It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me to buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Tell me who can I trust now? Hey. Yeah. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me to buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Yeah. Who can I trust now? Hey. Lately I've been on the go. Stu is home away from home. Inner teed up on my own. Load up the beat, bitch, I'm in my zone. I feel alive today. Don't fuck up my vibe today. Don't come at me stirring my pot. You might get erased from the plot and end up on the plot of them grass blades. They been throwing me mad shade. All this ducking and dodging, your offs in the wavelengths. Bitch, you negative headspace. That version of me that you thought that you knew had been newly updated. I'm activated. Whatever they on, oversaturated. I'm the cure, my intention is pure. My life been a blur, yes sir. Yeah. I've been stitching my wounds and flipping my tunes and versing my curses. I wrote it in braille, never stale, I spoke it in cursive. I'm not from where earth is, the features ethereal. The ancestors surging through veins, I've been curving and purging. All person in places and things that don't serve me. My hands on the cloud, my feet where the turf is, that's perfect. On God, bitch, yeah, I'm activated. Control, burning down trees, big shot on my ashtrays. Never empty, I'm litty. I've been paying the city. Still paying the city. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me to buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Tell me who can I trust now? Hey. Yeah. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me to buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Yeah. Who can I trust now? Y'all bitch, I'm activated. I've been paying the city. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me to buzz down.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So shout out to everybody who's in the building. It is good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me okay and everything looks good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking and sounding bad, then please give me a thumbs down or an angry face, all right? While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early, all right? Shout out to my man, PJ Allen. Good to see you, bro. Hopefully everything is going well with you, all right? So we're going to do this, and we're going to run through this real quick because your boy got stuff to do, all right? The Laws New York City cops are under investigation for massive overtime. I don't know if anybody heard about this, but it's kind of wild. We got this situation going on in New York City with these dirty cops because it just seemed like you can't find a clean pig out here. You know what I'm saying? And they are being investigated for these massive overtime expenditures. All right. So we're going to take a look at this, and we're going to take a look at this article real quick and see exactly what they're talking about.
The NYPD's highest paid employee under investigation for massive amounts of overtime pay that contributed to a more than $400,000 salary is now retiring early. Lieutenant Quantisha Epps claimed to...
I bet you she is retiring early. She got that $400,000. She got that $400,000 salary. Possibly, based on the overtime. I bet you she is retiring early.
To work more than 1,600 hours of overtime, a staggering total covered last month by the New York Post. It allowed Epps to pull in more than $204,000 in overtime pay on top of her base salary of around $164,000.
Now, let's add this up, all right? Let's add this up. How do you make more in overtime than you do for your base salary? Now, look at this is a pretty good paycheck for a police officer. As much as they complain about they don't make a lot of money and, get out of the police force, it's not worth it. It's a pretty good pay. Now, mind you, when it comes to being a police, it's not an easy job. It's a difficult job and it's a dangerous job, right? But that's a pretty good pay. That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Plus fringe benefits, which put her past the $400,000 mark in 2024. According to payroll records, her boss made around $292,000. Sources told the Post that Epps' overtime pay was capped after the report came out. NYPD officials telling her at the time she'd be put back on patrol instead of just working her current desk job. Now, the Post has learned Epps filed for retirement this week when she was just shy of 20 years with the department. The early exit will impact her pension and cost her a $12,000 a year add-on for officers who reach the 2-decade mark. The department has now officially launched an internal affairs probe into Epps, which includes looking into allegations of falsified overtime hours, signing off on time slips herself, as well as complaints of her coming into work late, leaving early, or not showing up at all.
Oh, man. Sound like somebody was doing some funny things with the time clock. Maybe, we don't know, but maybe there's a logical explanation for this. What do you guys think? Let me know.
Despite the investigation, Epps seemingly had a positive history with the NYPD. In 2019, the department congratulated Epps for beating cancer 3 times, posting on social media for World Cancer Day. The year before that, in another post to social media, Epps' precinct welcomed her back to full duty following cancer treatment. The department also featured her in a 2017 video titled Women Inspiring Women in the NYPD.
I've had 2 bouts with ovarian cancer and my latest challenge with brain cancer. I'm going to be a 3-time cancer survivor. I don't have to remind myself of this. This blue family of mine doesn't even allow me the space to remind myself because they keep me showered in love.
Following her recent retirement announcement, Epps' last day was scheduled for January 14th, but the NYPD has now suspended her without pay amid the investigation. The department has 30 days to investigate.
Man, look how the NYPD did her. Now, you see these people, they'll be out there deleting people and, shooting people in the back, running away from the police, right? This lady, she possibly, we don't know if it's true or not. All the information hasn't come out. She possibly skimmed a little bit off the top. She possibly took a little bit too much in overtime. Got her up out of there without pay. Got her up out of there without pay.
For her pension goes into effect. Epps has not commented on the investigation. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Jack Allen. Get all your latest news.
All right, so there's that. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see what your boy Mayor Eric Adams had to say about this, because, you know, Eric Adams is a cop, right? His opinion on this should be pretty interesting, to say the least, right? So we're going to take a look and see exactly what he had to say about this, all right? Let's see if he knows anything. Right, exactly. Shout out to my man Win Loser Rug. What's good with it, bro? She got no pay. Wow, any other time. Right. Any other time, you know what it would be, right? So now your boy Eric Adams calls explosive allegations against NYPD ally extremely concerning, right? He called these allegations against an NYPD ally extremely concerning. Up. You guys thought that it was about this woman. Nope. Nope. This is about another New York City cop. A New York City cop named Jeffrey Maddrey. All right. The sexual assault allegations against Jeffrey Maddrey, who resigned, he wasn't as fortunate as that woman to be able to retire, right? Friday, are the latest scandal to rock the administration. Now, let me just ask you guys this question. With all of this corruption that you guys can see here surrounding the New York City Police Department, right? All of this corruption surrounding the New York City Police Department. Is it believable that there could be some corruption around Eric Adams' way? If you think that it's believable that there could be some corruption around Eric Adams' way, then give me a thumbs up. If you don't think that it's possible for there to be any corruption around Eric Adams' way, and I'm just being judgmental and spiteful, and I'm not looking at the situation the way that I should be looking at it, then give me a thumbs down or throw a clown face in the chat for me. All right. And shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and subscribe to the channel. All right. New York City Mayor Eric Adams on Saturday distanced himself from a top NYPD official whom he previously promoted and defended following new graphic sexual assault allegations. Okay. Now, you guys see a pattern here with what your boy Big E does? What your boy Big E does is he'll big up somebody, right? And then as soon as that person that he big ups, as soon as some stuff comes out about him, oh, I got to back up a little bit. I got to distance myself from you. You guys notice that? Interesting. The allegations are extremely concerning and alarming, Adams told reporters on Saturday. The police commissioner is doing a full review of all personnel, but she's also doing a full review of this issue, and it just would be inappropriate for me to go into details of these allegations. On Saturday, a New York Post report outlined in explicit detail allegations from one of the chief of department, Jeffrey Maddrey's underlings, that he repeatedly sexually assaulted her in exchange for granting her overtime. He resigned late Friday night, hours before the story was published. Now, this is kind of interesting, right? Kind of interesting. Let me ask you guys this question. Why would you continue to stay and work in a situation like that? Why would you do it? How do you get away with that? This guy has clearly done some stuff like this before, but at the same time, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all would stay in a situation like that? Shout out to Miss Niecy. What's good with it, Miss Niecy? How many of you all would stay in a situation like that? Would you stay in a situation like that? If you all would stay in a situation like that, give me a thumbs up. If you would not stay in a situation like that, then give me a thumbs down. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. Sorry. Adams, a retired NYPD captain, had stood by Maddrey in the past, elevating him to the department's top uniformed position despite a troubled record. Now, how many times do we see this happen? All the time. Now, here's the question. We see this happen all the time. What's being done about it? What's being done about it? Anything being done about it? A City Hall spokesperson separately released a statement about the news. We are deeply disturbed by these allegations, and the NYPD is investigating this matter, spokesperson Kayla Mamalik Atlas said. Mayor Adams is working in close coordination with Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch as the New York Police Department conducts a separate department-wide review to ensure no high-ranking officers are using their power inappropriately. Well, I think they kind of missed it. I think they kind of missed the ball on that one. Shout out to my man, Leonard D. Yuta. What's good with it, bro? I think they kind of missed the ball on that one. If you guys think that they missed the ball on that one, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree and you don't think that they missed the ball on that one, then give me a thumbs down. All right. Maddrey's attorney denied the allegations to the Post and suggested the accuser is coming forward because of scrutiny around her immense overtime payments that brought her salary to more than $400,000 last year. Uh-oh. The twists and turns. Shout out to my man Lehman Lucas. What's good with it, bro? The twists and turns. The twists and turns. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Who might this be? She's obviously drowning and in the deep end of the pool without a lifesaver. Maddrey's attorney, Lambros Lambrou, told the paper. She wants to take down as many people as she can. This is completely meritless, and we deny every aspect of it. Okay? Maddrey's resignation and the sordid allegations are the latest scandal to rock the Adams administration as the mayor prepares for re-election next year. Now, what's funny about this, what's interesting about this is that your boy Big E, right? Your boy Eric Adams, he's the only one that seems to be able to be navigating. He's the only one that seems to be able to be navigating this situation somewhat effectively. Everybody else, it seems like it's not working for him. It seems like it's not working for him. You know what I mean? The mayor's inner circle, which once held sway over the nation's largest city government, has largely vanished as aide after aide has resigned or been pushed out because of corruption investigations, raids, and indictments. On Thursday, the mayor's chief advisor and political confidant of 40 years was indicted by the Manhattan District Attorney, and the mayor himself is facing a federal bribery case. Both have pleaded not guilty. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people heard about the chief advisor and confidant and the charges against that individual? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If you did not hear about that, then give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, wherever you watch it from, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. The New York Police Department has been a particular locus of chaos, with Adams already on his fourth commissioner just 3 years into his term. When Maddrey was accused of improperly intervening in an arrest, the mayor publicly and privately urged former NYPD Commissioner Keechant Sewell to not impose a recommended disciplinary measure. Why would they do that? So again, I want you guys to take notice, right? Do you all see why these people slip through the cracks? It's not really them slipping through the cracks, is it? It's that the cracks are getting made for them. The cracks are getting made for them. That case against Maddrey was eventually dismissed by Sewell's successor, Edward Cabin, who himself resigned amid a federal probe. Let me ask you guys something. Should be obvious, but can anybody see any problems? You know what I'm saying? Anybody see any problems with the New York City Police Department? See any problems there? I can definitely see some problems with the New York City Police Department. Shout out to the specialist. What's good with you, bro? I can definitely see some problems with the New York City Police Department. Okay. Top NYPD cop in scandal has long and checkered past. Anybody know anything about this guy's background? If you don't, we're going to find out. The New York PD's top cop, who suddenly resigned late Friday night following damning allegations he greenlit a subordinate's jaw-dropping overtime pay, has a checkered past. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you guys know who that quote-unquote subordinate is that he greenlit to pay for, it was none other than the woman we talked about in the first article. None other than that woman we talked about in the first article. Chief of Department Jeffrey Maddrey, who held the highest uniform rank on the space, stepped down abruptly after the Post uncovered explosive allegations that he regularly preyed upon Lieutenant Quatisha Epps, demanding sex from the mother of 3 at the New York Police Department headquarters. Now, we're going to take a look at this, all right? And I got to ask you guys the question, what's up with this dude, man? Why you out here demanding sex from one of your coworkers? Demanding it. You better give me some. What? Where they do that at and keep a job? New York PD. Mayor Adams, a former cop, on Saturday called the ugly accusations against his longtime friend extremely concerning and alarming. The police commissioner is doing a full review of all personnel, but she's also doing a review of this issue, and it would be inappropriate for me to go into the details of these allegations, Adams said. Adam just didn't want to put his friends out there. He just didn't want to put his friend out there is what it is. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, and see your boy, you see who it is, right? Alvin Bragg. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Who is the hidden hand behind Alvin Bragg? And shout out to my man Telegram. Guess you Telegram, you're gonna be happy. I got some Crimecast coming up for you, bro. Got some Crimecast coming up. And we doing Crimecast in the same way, the same format that we doing everything else. You know what I'm saying? Members only over here, free over there. All right, free 99 over there. All right. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg announced his office is investigating Epps' allegations against Maddrey, and the federal authorities have opened a probe, according to NBC. All right. They are extremely serious and disturbing claims that allegedly occurred at New York Police Department headquarters in Manhattan. The spokesperson for District Attorney Alvin Bragg said, "We are investigating." Maddrey joined the New York Police Department in 1991 and rose through the ranks quickly, becoming commander of Patrol Bureau Brooklyn North in 2015. During his time on the force, he became close with Adams, both of whom were members of the NYPD Guardians Association, a black fraternal organization that met at the South Oxford Tennis Club in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all knew that Eric Adams was part of a quote-unquote organization like this? Sounds somewhat quote-unquote boule-ish, right? It sounds somewhat boule-ish, right? Does that sound boule-ish to you guys? It sounds boule-ish to me. A lot of times people make these allegations of the boule. People make these allegations and, say that people are boule, right? Not a lot of fact or a lot of substantial evidence behind it to fit the allegations that they make. Here is some fitting substantiation to that. All right. After Adams was elected, Maddrey boasted to colleagues he was certain his longtime friend would give him the prestigious chief of patrol post, which governs all of the NYPD borough commands. Now, how would he be certain that Eric Adams would give him this position, right? Seems like a little bit of value chain action going on there, doesn't it? Sounds like a little bit of value chain action going on. If you guys can sense that value chain action going on, give me a thumbs up. If you don't sense the value chain action, you don't know what the hell's going on, and give me a thumbs down, all right? Despite initially being assigned chief of housing, Maddrey quickly ascended to chief of patrol by May of 2022, before being promoted in November to chief of department, responsible for managing the entire 36,000 officers force day-to-day operations. But the hawking Maddrey left plenty of damage behind as he climbed the ladder. Okay. He has been hit with myriad lawsuits and disciplinary investigations, including accusations of sexual abuse and harassment by at least 3 subordinates in the New York Police Department. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all think that this is true? You guys think that there's any merit to these allegations, or is this just a bunch of nonsense? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. It's shocking, said a retired NYPD chief who asked to remain anonymous. How did Maddrey get away with what he did years ago? I don't know. Probably the way that your coworkers got away with stuff they did years ago, would be my guess. Probably the blue wall of silence, right? Probably the fraternal code, right? Probably how they got away with it, right? A black detective who recently retired ripped Maddrey for undermining the work of minorities in the force. Now, I don't know how Maddrey would undermine the work of minorities in the force, right? Because we're not a quote unquote monolith, right? Or are we a monolith? Let me ask you guys this question. When somebody does something somewhere else, do you ask for forgiveness for it or say that they made you look bad somehow? How's that work? Who does that? Do you guys do that? I don't do that. We were making such strides in bringing the crime back down to normal. He said, all people are going to remember now is that one of the highest ranking members of the police department is a horn dog. That's what they're going to remember about him. That's horn dog right there. The 4-star chief also came under fire for avoiding the arrest of a retired cop in November of 2021 after the former officer allegedly chased and flashed a gun at 3 young boys in Brownsville, Brooklyn. After they dinged a security camera at a real estate office the cop's family owned with the basketball. Former Commissioner Keechat Sewell moved to dock the embattled chief 10 vacation days in 2023 after the Civilian Complaint Review Board sustained allegations that he abused his authority to benefit his former colleague. All right. Adams defended his friend amid the controversy in the wake of the CCRB's findings, insisting he was proud to have Maddrey as the New York Police Department chief. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you think he's still proud of that? You think he's still proud to have his buddy as the chief? If you guys think he's still proud to have his buddy as the chief, let me know. My. What's up with these politicians? What's up with these politicians? So now what we got to do is we got to outline the connection, right? We got to outline the connection between cop number 1 and the connection between cop number 2. And then we got to ask the question, who raises these people? Who makes these people? And who hires these people? Where do these people come from? Right? Where do these people come from? We're going to take a look and find out. We are going to take a look and find out. All right. New York Police Department's top cop, Jeffrey Maddrey, abruptly resigns after allegedly demanding underling perform sexual favors, including, you see that? You see that right there? In exchange for overtime. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What's up with all these content creators on YouTube? All these people that claim that they care so much about misogyny and all that. Do you notice how they didn't make any videos about this? Do you notice that? I guess it's only misogyny when somebody that's red pill does it. I guess it's not misogyny when the blue line does it. Right? Now, let's take a look at what we got here. All right, let's take a look at this here. Let's take a look at this and see what's going on. Now, do you guys recognize this woman right here? Shout out to the few people who were here in the beginning. You guys recognize this woman right here? You see how this is all tied together? You see how this is all tied together? Somebody got a lot of overtime. Now we got to go back and ask the question, how you get all that overtime? What's going on here? I think one of the situations that we have here is that the card house is falling down and everybody's pointing fingers at each other and snitching on each other is what we got. And they think that whoever comes up with the biggest snitch tail and that snitch tail sticks to that person, that'll take the focus off of the corruption that they were involved in. That's what I think. That's what I think the situation is. That's what I think the situation is. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, her. Anybody recognize her? Look at this. Epps claimed Maddrey wanted to have all of that. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying? And was always asking her to do that. Interesting. Very interesting. Not looking good for this guy, man. It's not looking good for this guy. Not looking good for this fella here. The New York Police Department's highest-ranking uniformed officer abruptly resigned late Friday night after the Post uncovered explosive allegations that he demanded sexual favors from a subordinate in exchange for massive amounts of overtime. So she got paid, this woman, right? She got paid more overtime than her regular salary, right? Per the beginning of the video, right? She got paid more overtime than what her salary was. How did she get to overtime? Some acts must have possibly been committed, maybe? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said Love and Hip Hop Police Academy Edition. Yeah. Love and Hip Hop NYPD. Love and Hip Hop NYPD Edition. Look at the messiness they got up there going on. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Let me ask y'all this. Where's the professionalism? Look at these people out here acting like that. Look at these people acting like that. Like they ain't got no home training. They ain't got no home training. They got academy training, but they ain't got no home training. Chief of Department Jeffrey Maddrey stepped down soon after the Post contacted the New York Police Department about Lieutenant Quantisha Epps' claims in an exclusive interview that he routinely preyed upon her, asking her for sex in the New York Police Department headquarters. Now, mind you, Quantisha Epps is under investigation of her own for the inappropriate overtime, right? So now you guys see what this says here. He wanted to do all this, right? He was always asking her to do that, right? He was on some what's the name of that movie? He was on some Coming to America stuff with this woman here. You know what I'm saying? Wanted her to kiss the royalty. You know, Maddrey, a close friend of Mayor Adams, will be replaced on an interim basis by Chief of Patrol John Chell, the New York Police Department said. Okay. Police Commissioner Jessica S. Tisch accepted the resignation of the Chief of Department, Jeffrey Maddrey, Friday night, effective immediately, said a department spokesperson. The New York Police Department, and see, here they are right here. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. The New York Police Department takes all allegations of sexual misconduct seriously and will thoroughly investigate this matter. Okay. Epps recently made headlines as the New York Police Department's top earner, pulling in a whopping $400,000, including roughly $204,000 in overtime alone last year for her administrative job in Maddrey's office payroll show. All right. So now, again, I think that they should go back and review how she got that job. Shout out to J007. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, somebody is snitching. Facts. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. If you guys agree with Win Lose a Rug, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with Win Lose a Rug, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, somebody's definitely snitching. Somebody's definitely snitching. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Not too many people talking about this. Why not? Not a lot of people talking about it. I got my thoughts of why people aren't talking about it. Epps and her lawyer, Eric Sanders, said they plan to file a notice of claim with the city's comptroller office on Saturday, outlining the scandalous allegations. And scandalous they are. Epps, who is 51, worked for Maddrey as he moved up in the NYPD from chief of housing to chief of patrol, but said his sexual demands didn't start until June of 2023 when he landed as chief of department, the city's top uniform cop. All right. Now, I'm curious as to when the overtime started. When do you all think that the overtime started? The married Maddrey allegedly first demanded sex from her in his 13th floor office at one police plaza. Maddrey was allegedly sitting at his desk with his uniform. Look at this. Maddrey was allegedly sitting at his desk with his uniform pants open and wearing a white undershirt while rubbing his chest when he first propositioned her, the unmarried mother of three said. He said, look at this. He said he dreamed about, as you guys can see right there, he dreamed about doing that, which that's a very interesting dream. It's a very interesting dream. I can't say that I've had a dream like that. Don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie. Now it's not the time to be shy. How many people ever had a dream like that? You ever had one of those? A sticky dream. If you ever had a sticky dream, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. I never had a sticky dream. I can't say that I have. I'm sorry. I said, but Chief, you're the chief of the police department. He rubbed his chest. His work pants were open. He was like, but I'm still this here, and you look good. Then he asked her to go to the back room in his office where he has a couch and a bathroom, she said. Look at this. He bent me over the arm of the couch, and when I tried to back away, but he was telling me, just let me put it in a little bit, she recalled, breaking down in sobs. I don't know about all this, man. I don't know about all this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about it. That's shout out to PJ Allen. Yo, that's her right there. You see this picture down at the bottom? That's her. Yeah, shout out to Miss Nisi. Miss Nisi said sounds a little bit sus. If you guys think that this sounds a little bit sus, give me a thumbs up. If you don't think it sounds a little bit sus, give me a thumbs down. Miss Nisi said it sounded a little bit sus. Look at this. Next, he reached into a locker near the couch and he pulled out a jar of KY jelly. Must have been some homemade KY jelly from the garden. You know what I'm saying? Grape flavored, I'm guessing. From a top shelf in the back, she said he rubbed it on himself, she claimed. I don't know if it's just me, but I've never seen a jar of KY jelly. I've never seen a jar. I've seen tubes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen like little plastic or little paper thing that you rip. I've seen those. I've never seen a jar that you unscrew of KY jelly. I've never seen a glass jar. I've never seen a mason jar full of KY jelly. These are things that I've never seen in my life. Have you all ever seen a jar of KY jelly or any type of quote unquote mucosal lube? I haven't. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? He pulled out a jar though. It said grandma's on it. And he unscrewed the top of it like it was some damn icy hot or something. I guess she said he rubbed it on himself. Wait a minute, hold on. Then he inserted himself and kept forcing it, she recalled. And I kept asking him, can you please stop? Then I started asking him to stop. Then I asked him to slow down. Can you please just slow down? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. I don't know about, man. Listen, man, I don't know about this. This is very not how I would see a situation like this going down. Shout out to PJ Allen. PJ Allen said he has some homemade stuff. Yeah, he has something like some coconut oil or something. He has something like some coconut oil or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was, I don't think it's what she's saying it was, if it was coming out in a jar like that. Then so he goes on to say, I'm not trying to hurt you, baby. I'm not trying to hurt you. He said in a soft voice. So he said it pimp-like. You know what I'm saying? The two had sexual intercourse about 10 times after that, she claimed. Why? 10 times? Why would you do that? Shout out to J007. J007 says she let him hit. She just didn't want it to be public. If you guys agree with J007, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with J007, give me a thumbs down. Sounds a little bit odd. A A lot of stuff on this sound a little bit odd. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and subscribe to the channel. Miss Nisi said she was a willing participant, in my opinion. Yeah, because like 10 times subsequent, right? 10 times after the first time, why would you let it go that far? You know what I'm saying? Maddrey began being generous with the overtime a couple years earlier, she said, when he was the chief of patrol, and she told him of financial problems. Now, we know she probably had financial problems as a result of the care that she had to get, right? The care that she had to get for her situation that she had going on, her cancer, unfortunately, right? Nobody, we don't wish that on anybody. I told him I was about to lose my home, she said, referencing a foreclosure. He told me I could do whatever I needed. He told me I was like his sister. If he does what he did to her, to his sister, that's extremely concerning. You know what I'm saying? But he would have her do things outside her job at headquarters, including helping another woman cop under his direction, Epps claimed. He would have me go apartment hunting with her, said Epps, noting it was part of her overtime. Maddrey would also have her buy things like household items for the other woman, she said. So it sounds like we got some interesting things going on here. She claimed Maddrey would frequently text Epps a single phrase, DAP, meaning that ain't, and then you see that right there. It meant he expected that right there. So this guy, you know what I'm saying, he liked the, shout out to my man Cameron, as Cameron calls it, he liked the stinky donut. You know what I'm saying? He liked that chocolate, the chocolate frosted donut. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. Epps said Maddrey would also come into her office and ask her to do that. All right. So he would just basically say, quote unquote, kiss it. All right. And we know what he's talking about. Maddrey, who has a law degree and pulled down $292,070 in salary last fiscal year, would allegedly tell Epps he had a wish and a command, and that she would have to do what he said, she claimed. He'd say, strip for me right now, when she was in her office, she recalled. Now, let me ask you guys this question. When he said that to her, do you all think that she did it? Shout out to my man KO Kid Fit. What's good with it, bro? Yeah. Yeah, the Hershey Highway. The sludge and the fudge. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Cameron Jones. What's good with you, bro? The sludge and the fudge. You know what I'm saying? She once paid for a vacation to Miami for Maddrey and his wife, Epps claimed. There was a trip that I paid for $2,700, she recalled. He said, make it look like a gift. He has a whole script of what to say to his wife, so homeboy is married. Epps said she also had an apartment on the Lower East Side and that he asked her to give a fellow cop who worked for him. The home was in her children's name. Epps said she wanted to get away from Maddrey, but she was scared that nobody would believe her. I think that people would believe her, you know what I'm saying, if she kind of managed the situation a little bit different. What do you guys think? If you guys think that she would be more believable had this situation been managed a little bit different, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that you guys don't think people would have believed her if she had came up front, then give me a thumbs down. I would have believed it more easily had I not heard all of this exaggerated, wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a predator, Epps said. He would say, we're going to save your house, like he's rescuing me, when he's really just effing me. Okay. When she started to try to get away from Maddrey recently, Epps was outed on a list of high overtime earners in retaliation, Sanders said. So they're saying that she got put on this list of high overtime earners as a result of retaliation. Okay. As a result of retaliation. Epps was suspended for 30 days and is being investigated over the excessive overtime, police sources said. Maddrey has been accused of sexual misconduct in the past, all right? And we talked about this past accusation of sexual assault that this guy had. All right. And again, this is your boy, Mayor Eric Adams' boy, right? And Mayor Eric Adams gave him the high position that he had up until he resigned from it, which is crazy. which is absolutely crazy. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, all right. So for the most part, I'm gonna just run through this real quick. I'm gonna let you guys see these perpetrators again. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna follow this story and see exactly what goes on with them. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. What's good with the Brooklyn Queen? Because this is just wild. This is just ridiculous. This shouldn't be happening. This is one of the reasons the budget is out of control. It ain't just the migrant crisis, right? He was a predator. New York Police Department lieutenant recalls horrifying sex demands on top of cop Jeffrey Maddrey. I don't know why. Again, I don't get it, man. Like, why would you stick around for this? Why would you stick around for this? Why, as soon as somebody did this, as soon as somebody brought this out, why would you not get on this situation immediately? Hey, man, I can't work here no more. I'm filing a complaint. These people crazy up here. If this is the way that you run your outfit, man, I'm out. How come she didn't do that? And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't hit the like button yet, please do me that favor. Take a moment, hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream wherever you watch it from to your social media. All right, so this is her, right? Again, this is the lady from the beginning. She's the one being investigated for overtime. The individual that we're talking about, Maddrey, he's the one that gave her the overtime and clearly gave her some other things too, right? That's him right there. You know what I'm saying? That's him right there. Now, shout out to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Try as hard as you can to keep your hands off of him. You know what I'm saying? Try as hard as you can to keep your hands off of him. Now, that's her. All right. So, yeah, man, this is kind of a crazy story. These are all Eric Adams peoples. You know what I'm saying? Eric Adams is trying to flawlessly pivot, right, to the MAGA side of things, and you know what I'm saying, do the comfy interviews on Fox, you know what I'm saying, and you know, work with Tom Homan and all that. And interestingly, right, is just falling apart. It's just falling apart for the people around him. Now, I gotta ask you guys this question: what's the chances of the walls closing in for your boy Mayor Eric Adams? I don't know, man. I don't know. He might need that Trump pardon. But as much stuff as that New York Police Department has been involved in, he might need a pardon that spans wider than the pardon that your boy Hunter Biden got. All right. That's it, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't move a muscle. It'll take you into the stream we got popping off tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. We're going to finish up talking about what they got going on in Chicago and Colorado with the migrants. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that bell. And I will catch you all on the next video. All right. And as always,
came from the clouds. Y'all niggas funny.
Yeah. I fuck about $1 million, I keep it a trend, resilient, they energy off. My image is God reaching deep in the pot, I got features of people like lost. Yeah, RIP on me, TT. The melanin on me, my cheekbone is native, the soil is my where I walk. Some beavers on me, my nigga, go figure my make enemy scoff. Admit it, your energy off. My frequency killer, you soft. I show people love, they act like they above it, but switch when they see me, I'm lost. I tell the truth when I talk. Niggas wanna be me. I used to sleep in the car till my girl went and crashed in car. Now I got a crib down the street. Young niggas made it so far. I never lose what I'm on. For now I'm cool being me, but I need you to match what I'm on. How you wanna play games when I won? Ay, I play with cash for the fun. Women looking at me, she think I'm needing her on. I'm doing me for me, hun. I never needed no one. I never bleed around sharks. They're saying you are what you eat, but she wanted me to be lunch. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. Bitch, I'm Farrakhan, keep the peace. I look out for me.
Fuck about what they say, I came from the clouds. Ay. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. Ay. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Ay. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they say. I came from the clouds. Ay.
Diamond so vibe. always down to slide. I've been real from the jump start, it's just part of my design. I've been self-made, you know the bills paid, I feel inspired to self-prescribe. You want a real one, well I'm the real thing, I'm running rampant through a mind. Ayy, yeah, I never lose what I'm on. I'm always cool with being me, they never match what I'm on. I play with cash for the fun. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. From Farrakhan, keep the peace, I look out for me.
Yeah, fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they. Fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds.
I'm way up, nothing less than, and I'ma stay up.
Can't hear 'em from the clouds.
God, please save him for me. Protect his peace, no matter what he's